YouTube, what the Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai crap is going on? So if you're wondering why this video starts out like already in the game here and there's going to be some other stuff different, it's because I mentioned on my Total War Arena episode 24 video as well as this one that I'm an absolute dumbus, and once again I managed to start recording with the microphone muted in my software, which is brilliant. So I spent an hour and a half recording, and then of course it was no commentary, which isn't very good for a channel that's focused on commentary. So yeah, it was kind of a bad deal for me. Not exactly what I needed to happen, so to speak. So yeah, this is post-playing commentary. There's a few nice things about it. I am going to be able to speed through some areas that I previously had to play out. This is not going to happen all the time, and the reason is, some of you are like, well, I kind of like this. I like how you can skip through things and commentate separately. Hey, there's pieces of it that I like too, but it is not ideal, and it's mainly because I have to spend the time playing, and then I have to spend the time recording over it, so it's twice as much work, even though it might make a video that, you know, I can skip around in and maybe be a little faster that way. You can see here that I'm kind of ripping up a little fleet, and I won't make you sit through all the boring details of that. We'll skip through. Nothing crazy exciting happens there. Let's actually back up. So after that battle, I was going to auto-resolve out this little fleet. This is all in between Shikoku and Honshu, where there was some raiding fleets. You all notice that this number here in my income is really high. That's because somewhere a little further back in this video, and this might get confusing at this point, but we'll make it happen. So this is, here we are back towards the beginning of the video. It's already happened by that point because my income's really high. Where was it at? Oh, come on, I know it's back here somewhere. Yep, here it is. I haven't noticed it yet, but there is Josei Shogun Vanguard Geisha that pops up out by one of their settlements, and this is where I see it. I'm like, oh, sweet, sweet money. There's a geisha. So yeah, if y'all remember, I had the mission where I was supposed to kill one of the Josei Shogun Vanguard agents or family members, and then it drives my income sky high because I get the Inspired Endeavors effect for like 12 turns. So yeah, now my income's through the roof. Anyway, flash forward back to where we were at. Whoop, and there we go. This is that little fleet that I got rid of. So now we're about there. So this is back up by Yamashiro, and you have, Heir, why are you skipping around? I don't have a whole lot of time to get all this recorded, so I'm gonna have to skip some of the loading scenes maybe and some of the other stuff like that. I keep trying to fight the Josei Shogunal Vanguard, and they're just running away, unfortunately. But I am obviously really trying hard to get you a fight in this episode. This force is really pretty badly depleted, and I need to let it replenish. Some of you are like, Heir, this campaign's going too slow. Speaking of, just for a couple of quick campaign statistics, this is it's 175 turns in, and it is the 30th episode, so there you go. So we're quite a ways into it. Finally get this army on a boat. I'm going to bring it over to the mainland on Honshu, so that I can have another army, and then we'll take this fleet and ferry back and pick up that other army that's in Sanuki. We'll pick them up as well. You can see me thinking through that right now. But yeah, Heir, this campaign's too slow. You're going too slow. You should go faster. Dude, I'm making 58,000 koku per turn. Come on, give the guy some credit. I am going a little bit slow, but isn't it worth it? Isn't the face stomping, economically speaking, that we're delivering to the enemies worth it here? I mean, you gotta savor a victory like this. You can't just roll right through it, right? Now, I am gonna be moving as fast as I can. I have a lot of Ishin Shishi up front, and we'll be able to convert enemies pretty quickly, for that matter, so it's not any big worry. But yeah, I'm going to end up just making an absolute cartload of money, and that's really what I'm doing now, is just kind of going through and working on buildings. And for those of you who want to try something similar to this in your own campaign to see if it'll work, really all I did was focus every single province, except for like one, on economy, and it's simple. The economy in the Fall of the Samurai is very easy to accomplish. You just go with like the financial district or the Richimajang parlor, one of the two. They're both pretty close, and then you build like a silk weaving shed or something like that under the cottage industry chain. So again, very simple. And then you can put a police station, and that combination ends up giving each province as much wealth as possible. And of course, you can put a trade port, you can upgrade the farms, and then there's like the specialty buildings like tea, where you can export tea and silk and coal and gold and all those other things too, and you can usually take advantage of those provinces. You can look at that specialty clay, copper, all those things will help you earn extra money basically. So if you focus all your building early on that kind of stuff, you will kind of suck when it comes to being able to build decent military units, but you'll be in really good shape as far as being able to start to blow your economy out, basically, and then hopefully in the late game you end up in a position like where I'm at here. And I recognize that this is probably not the highest number that's been posted on a Total War campaign as far as income per turn. This is pretty good. For me, at least. It's the best I've ever done. If you all have done better, let me know about the experience where you did better on your income. So in the actual video, I made a complete dunce out of myself. This Gifford Bridgman here, I was sitting here laughing at his name because I'd never seen the name Gifford before. I was like, really? Gifford? I've never heard of that. And so I figured that he was like another southern kind of guy like Colbert Compton or what's the other guy's name? Marvin. No, don't tell me I can't remember Marvin's name. Marvin. Was it Galveston? Gallatin. That's it, Marvin Gallatin. He's one of the other like kind of Southern American guys on there as far as the agents go. But he's actually a Brit. When I started to move him, he said something about my bad table manners, and I'm like, touche, my friend, touche, because I thought he was from the South. Also in this video, I'll go ahead and mention, some of you have been like, Heir, what's up with you in this Kentucky fried accent? I'm from Kentucky. I don't sound like that. People don't talk like that. I understand. This is a sarcastic deal. I'm just having fun. I live in the South. I know that my Southern accent is horrible, and I actually don't mind Southern accents. I kind of like them for the most part, but I just like talking that way. I'm just being stupid, having a good time, as is typical for me. So yes, don't take me at face value on that kind of stuff. Anyway, you can see me. I'm going to move this fleet back. We're going to get them in position to move that other army across, and I'm basically at this point still just trying to get the AI to fight me, and they won't. So I'm doing stuff like this during the turn-in, taking this enormous chunk of money I have and just building police stations and doing what I can to kind of upgrade cities and whatnot. One other thing you can do whenever you're building is you can put a traditional dojo eventually in each town, and that will subtract a little bit of the modernization penalty, so because you get what they call modernization, and you can add to it, and it does help your clan development, but at the same time it can lead to some unhappiness, and that's, you know, because I guess the people, the modernization creates the squalor or whatever it is, and they just don't like it. Like, it's something, takes away from the traditional ways, whatever it is, they don't like it, and that works against you to some extent in this game. So what you can do is build those traditional dojos, and it actually takes a little bit of that modernization away. Also, I'm doing some research right now on different technologies that add happiness. There's quite a few of those in the game, so you can use stuff like that to boost the happiness of your provinces. And you can see I'm just going to fly through another turn end, and eventually I catch the Josei Shogunal Vanguard on the field of battle here. Their army is pretty crummy. This is their first unit. It was like a general's bodyguard that just ran straight at me, and I blew it up. But they have like a full reinforcing force that you can see back there in the background, but they kind of stay back in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a minute or two here. I know this is going to be a short episode, but you know, it's like there's no sense in me making you watch all this stuff when I have the option to kind of skip through it. You're not missing much. I fast forward, got my cannons close enough finally, I think, to force the AI into attacking me. I did. And this is where I go ahead and have a little fun in giving them some good solid destruction. And yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and give my cannons some different orders here. But yeah, during this video I meant to kind of check and see. So I know I was talking to some of y'all. I say I was talking to some of y'all. There's some exciting news coming up for me, which is little Heir is going to be 1 year old on August 7th. Any August 7th birthdays out there with the viewers? If so, you share a birthday with little Heir. And I don't guess I've ever told you his name. Little Heir's name is Matthew. So yeah, little Heir, aka Matthew here. I say aka, his name's Matthew, aka little Heir. We are going to go have his birthday party this next weekend, and that's pretty exciting. Definitely excited to see him, I guess, get cake all over himself and open some presents and continue to be fat and happy like he is. And I tell you, it's been a real awesome experience to have a kid. I got to spend like an hour with him earlier before he went to bed. Just came home. My wife was off getting a haircut, so just me taking care of him, and it's hilarious, man. He's crawling all over me. He's having a good time, and then unknowingly, of course, constantly ripping out my arm hair like here while he's trying to crawl on me, which is very pleasant, by the way. I very much enjoy that. I guess he's testing my durability. But yeah, it's kind of funny. He just started eating stuff. So, you know, I give him these little cereal puffs or whatever that he can eat, and Oh man, it's hilarious. Like they're getting stuck to his fingers because his fingers are covered in slobber, of course, as any 1-year-olds would. And they get stuck to his fingers, and then he can't get it off his fingers into his mouth, and he's getting frustrated. And it's just funny, like the things that upset you when a kid. It's like, these cereal puffs won't come off my hand. It's a dramatic world when you're a 1-year-old, folks. Very dramatic. So I had to help him. Which of course he doesn't like either, because man, I'm 1-year-old. I don't need your help, Dad, for crying out loud. I mean, he's got 17 more years of that to put up with. Anyway, little Heir's doing good. So that's part of the exciting news. The other part of the exciting news is, man, that looks great. My U.S. Marines putting a volley down on these poor Japanese troops over here that are just getting absolutely massacred. And of course my Imperial Infantry is doing a great job too. So I end up absolutely massacring the Josiah Shogunal Vanguard with very few losses. And of course my Kentucky Fried Advisor there at the end had to remind me that my general's in danger. It's very kind of him to always let me know that. In any case, yeah, the battle went well for me, so I did manage to get a battle in for you. And then for the rest of the video, I'm trying really hard to get you all some footage of me actually taking a province, and I'll let you see whether or not I succeed at that, because I really do want to capture some more provinces. Because there is some truth in what some of you that are saying I'm going slow are saying. I'm not going like crazy slow, but it does feel like it's been a while since I've kind of grabbed up a big swath of land. So now that I've got 3 armies up here, I've got a horde of Ishin Shishi, really we should be able to get on a nice roll, and then I'll have a 4th army up here soon enough. And I can train Kyoto police up in Kyoto. You all didn't see that on this one. I'm going to bring that other army up from Sanuki, and I will put some Kyoto police in it. And that'll kind of be a fun way to use those. The Kyoto police are not like an elite unit or anything, but they're a fun one to use. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving these armies forward, get ready to attack Kawachi, and then I'm going to take this army and we'll go ahead and push forward to Iga. So we'll be able to quickly capture 2 more provinces, not too terribly long. But yeah, the other thing I was going to say that I've been enjoying recently is I've been doing, for the first time in a long time, I went and did some trap shooting. Some of you all might know it as shooting skeet or clay pigeon. I'd never actually shot on like an official trap range. I've done some shooting when I was in the Boy Scouts, and they had kind of a shotgun range. It wasn't really a trap range where you have the different positions. So I guess when I went and shot, you had to shoot from 5 different positions. I don't know if there's like an official deal on it. Anyway, I was using this cheap. I have a Stevens 320 home defense shotgun. And it's got like an 18.5-inch barrel, so it's definitely not a field shotgun, but I mean it's a 12 gauge. You put some birdshot in it, and it's gonna spit out a pretty wide pattern, so it's not like I have to have particularly good aim. But I was actually surprised at how well it was busting skeet, even from a little bit longer shot. Like, so when I first got out there, I was pulling the trigger real fast, because I was worried I was gonna have to shoot the skeet really fast, or else my pattern would be too wide to hit any. But anyway, it ended up working pretty good. So any of you trap shooters on here? If you are, you're probably not out doing it with a cheap $180 home defense shotgun. My shotgun too has a pistol grip on it. That's for Mrs. Heir in case she ever had to use it. She doesn't have to shoulder it. You know, you can kind of just tuck it under your shoulder, and because a shotgun does have a lot of kick. For those of you who haven't shot it, it's not a big deal for a grown man, but you know, it's not probably the favorite thing for youth or for women to be shooting it unless they're used to it. So yeah, that's why we got the one with the pistol grip. Not because I'm like on some kind of like, sweet, gotta get me some kind of tactical shotgun here. Nah, I'm not into that. Though tactical weapons are kind of fun. I do have an AR. I own one of those. I put a picture of it up on Twitter one day when I was out shooting. That is definitely a fun gun to shoot. And I know there's a lot of you who live in countries that don't allow you to own firearms and stuff, and that's fine, and I hope I'm not starting off a flame war with this. It seems like it always goes that way. Not my intention. Please don't argue about gun control in the comments. If you want to comment on the shooting or something else like that, feel free, but I don't want to create like a big gun control debate here. That's not my purpose. But I mean, I was just going to say to some of you who live in a country where it's not allowed, I mean, even if you don't want to own one or you never want to, man, you probably really would enjoy it if you had the opportunity to go like shooting at a range or something. It really is a lot of fun, and that's what I enjoy most about it. Obviously, it's not like I buy a gun thinking like, oh yeah, hopefully someone's gonna break into my house now so I can shoot him. I can't wait. Wild West out here. No, I mean it's obviously nothing like that. I think for me, it's I own the guns obviously for self-defense, which is the most important reason. But then the second, biggest reason for me is I enjoy it. It's a hobby. It's fun, and it's an expensive hobby too, by the way. Some of you say that you always need more gun control. Man, I'll tell you what, the cost is a pretty good gun control. It's expensive. Ammo's expensive. The guns are expensive. Not cheap. So yes, but I mean that's the problem, you know, with anything like that. If they end up on the black market, then that's your real problem. It's not going to be people buying them. But like I said, I'm not here in the gun control debate, so we're getting away from that anyway. Just the fun. I just enjoy shooting. I don't know why. It's just a lot of fun. I think shotgun shooting probably is my favorite, the trap shooting, even though I've never really done it in a real official manner. Anyway, I believe that was the end of the video. Yes, and now I'm recording something else. I'll go back and just put it somewhere. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize it was going to be the end of the video. I'm sitting here yabbering on. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know it was a little bit of a different one because it's a bit odd, and I had to do the post-commentary thing. But when I get back next time, we're going to hit Kawachi, we're going to hit Iga, and we will take them over. And, you know, again, just down here talking about random things, I get carried away. So, yeah, let me know if you all shotgun shoot. And by the way, the one question I wanted to ask you all, 16 gauge. If you are allowed to own guns in your country, can you find ammo for a 16 gauge? My dad let me borrow his, and man, I'm having a hard time finding it. And if you live in the U.S. and you know where to find 16 gauge ammo, put a comment down there and let me know where I can find it. I need to find some because I want to take his gun out to the trap range, but I don't have any ammo for it, and I can't find it at like the local store here, so I'm gonna have to find out a good way to get it because 16 gauge is so uncommon now. Anyway, like I said, enough talk. HeirofCarthage signing off for now on this very odd Saga campaign. I will remember to turn my microphone on, though I do have one more video that I recorded without the microphone, so I'll get it fixed and see you back soon.